Okay, so I've been really getting into the Spanish crosswords and I've learnt my new favorite word, which is always exciting, in Spanish, and it's arroyo, and it means stream, but it was shown as brook.
To laugh like a brook when it trips and falls over
On the crossword, which is what I mean by this being really good for vocab learning, because it will use a word that kind of means what they want you to write, so you learn a lot of different ways to say the same thing. And last night I finished The Position of Spoons by Deborah Levy, which is the first book in a while that hasn't really hit. I really enjoyed some of the stories. I really liked because they're all mini essays and some poetry here and there. I really like the stories about writing and Simone de Beauvoir and womanhood. There were definitely points in the book that kept me in it, but some of it I just didn't connect with. Not to say it's a bad book, I just didn't connect with it that much. I think I just kept giving it a chance because it was really easy to read and quick to read because the stories were so short. It's interesting, the things that I don't like about it are the things that I liked about the Olivia Laing book, Funny Weather, which is that, you know, it was a bit chaotic and even eclectic. I think Funny Weather was more eclectic than this one, but yeah, for the reasons that I liked Funny Weather, I don't like this book. But yeah, but the main thing is that I just didn't connect with it. I still love Deborah Levy and I'm keen to keep reading her books. And then I wanted to share a little book haul. I know I buy a lot of books and I haven't recently, and I need to stop because I'm moving soon, but these books I'm either going to read before I leave or I'm going to take them with me. So on the topic of Olivia Laing, I bought The Garden Against Time. This is everything I want to read about in a book. I love gardening, I cannot wait to have my own garden. I love Olivia Laing. Also, connecting to that, I got my favourite plants, writers and gardeners on the plants they love. And this one is by Jamaica Kincaid. And I saw it in one of, if you watch the YouTuber Melissa, she's a great book account, I'm sure you all are watching her, but I saw it in one of her videos and she kind of briefly described it and I went, that one. I connected to the concept of it immediately, and yeah, I'm really keen to read this soon. And going on with the theme, I got Ali Smith's Summer. It's because I went to drop off some books. I've never done an unhaul before. I've been buying books since I could afford to, so at about 14 I started buying books and collecting them and enjoyed having a bookshelf. And I've never gotten rid of a book since then, and I'm 22 now. So it was the first time I got rid of a bunch of books. I made $100. I just sold them to the secondhand store. And then I used some of that money to buy Summer by Ali Smith. The reason being, a bit of a superficial reason, because I have Autumn and Winter, which I'm planning to read this weekend. So these covers are gorgeous. They remind me of Impressionist paintings. And I'm genuinely a little bit scared that one day these covers aren't going to be sold anymore, because that happens all the time. I would have bought Spring, the last one in the quartet, if it was there, but it wasn't. So yeah, I just want to buy that quartet before the covers change. I also saw in a comment section of a video, and I've seen it kind of repeated recently, is that while I think consumerism in the BookTok, I'm not really on TikTok that much, but I've been watching BookTube for a long time. Unhauls, hauls, they're huge, of course. Even though I'm such a tiny account, I know I'm part of that. But I think there's something to say about collecting books for a future date, just like you would collect wine. So if you were to go into someone's home and see their wine cellar, you would not assume that they've drunk all the wine. Just like when you go into someone's home and you see a beautiful bookshelf, you wouldn't assume that they've read all of them, even though it'd be really cool to one day say, yes, I've read every single book on my shelf. I've bought books knowing my taste and developing my taste over many, many years, and my taste will continue to develop. But I've bought it with the intention of reading it one day. So yeah, that is my defense for the pre-purchasing of a quartet that I haven't read yet and haven't decided I like. But I'm trusting that I will like it. Up a new book. It's called This Little Art, and it is about translation. It's kind of written in the essay style. I am loving this so far. I don't know if by the end I would recommend this for everyone. I think I'm very, very interested in literary translation and translation. It's a career, because it's hard to make a career, but I'm considering it as something that I want to do. And I'm finding a lot of connection in it. So there's this line here where she's talking about a scene in a book that she's translating, and the character who's German switches to French. Says in French, I prefer this language compared to mine because for me, speaking French, it's speaking without speaking, in some manner without responsibility, or it's like how we speak in a dream. And I've said this, like, when I speak French, I'm very comfortable. I'm not very eloquent. I sound like, I'd say, a 6-year-old. I feel when I speak French, it's less vulnerable, and especially if I talk about emotions in French or how I'm feeling, it feels more safe, which I'm sure there's a reason for that and someone has researched and studied or explored a little bit more deeply. The other thing that was interesting that is brought up is, if you've read a translated book in English, have you read the book? So she talks about Ferrante and Flaubert. Technically I've read Clarice Lispector, I've read Elena Ferrante, but have I really read her if I haven't read it in the original Italian or the Portuguese? This is My Brilliant Friend in the original Italian. And because I've learnt Italian and it's something I do want to be C1 in one day, now I'm thinking maybe I haven't read the Napoleon Quartet completely because I haven't read it in its original Italian. I'm only 50 pages into this one and loving it a lot. Today I'm also writing a bit of the ballet project with my friends, and I did try on the pointe shoes. I did 1 year of ballet when I was 4, and being able to dance in pointe shoes has always been a dream. I would not recommend doing it because I did have sore feet muscles and I only had them on for 15 minutes. So I found these on Pinterest. So it's from a Russian children's book. They were so beautiful. I'm gonna put it all together, cut it out, and I'd like to translate them all. Honestly, I'd even consider framing these. It's a cute little shot. I really like the tomato and the bok choy. Oh, and why? Is that because it can't stand?
It's I don't know, just
To all this Every night I've been taking these pictures and putting them all tweets.
My voice box feels so dead right now. But she was singing song after song. She sang most of the album, but she didn't sing I Told You Things, and I was really, really excited for that song live. But she did sing Cool.